Hi everyone, it's Vismaya, founder of Living in Gratitude Today, teacher, speaker, best-selling author, but my favorite role is that of a gratitude gangsta. What? So today is a really special day for me because it is 11/11/19, and on 11/11/11 the Living in Gratitude Today movement was founded, although it wasn't what it is now. So let me give you the backstory. I went to a women's workshop with one of my girlfriends, and this young girl, we were, all sitting in a circle, and this young girl talked about how she had these boxes, and in the boxes she put her favorite quotes, her goals, her dreams, her wishes, her worries. She kept them by her bedside. So I thought about it. That's really cute. I had done some fall cleaning that day, and I found some little boxes, and I was like, oh, but they're really small. That wouldn't work for that, and I let the idea go. So a couple days later, one of my girlfriends calls, the one who had gone to the workshop with me, and she's like, she was complaining about her day at work, and she normally didn't complain. So I said, well, if you had a gratitude bag, voila, you would feel much better. And that's really how the idea started. So my stepdad and I, we started cutting material. We started making these gratitude bags. And then somebody said, Vismaya, if you want to get as big as you say you want to get, you need to have somebody else sew these bags for you. So a very long story short, I put an ad on Craigslist. The last person that responded to me was the only person I called. And I was, fighting a nasty cold. I wasn't feeling good. I said, but let me call her and it will be a practice run. She tells me she's a designer from New York. I'm like, why is she going to want to sew my bags? Very long story short again. I show up at her place, and she tells me that the women who are going to sew my bags learned how to sew while they were in prison. She taught them how to sew while they were in prison. And once they got out, once they served time, she hired them so that they could have a job and use their skill. So those were the first women that sewed my gratitude bags. And I still have some of those today. So that was really a special moment for me. Fast forward to what we are today is a completely different enterprise. Now we have all sorts of gratitude swag. We have our shirts, we have our journals that you can see in the back. I have the affirmation bracelets, and really we have a movement. The idea is to teach people, or to get people to uncover and rediscover the magic that's in their life already. Somebody said to me yesterday, well, why do I need, to be part of the movement? I'm grateful. I'm alive. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my dog. And all that is great. But are you really living your life to the optimal level that you want to live it? And most people would say no. And it's not that they're super unhappy. But they're just kind of, skating by. And they're not really feeling excited and alive. And that's really the whole purpose of tapping into gratitude, because nobody wakes up and says, I want to be grateful today. But we want what gratitude brings. We want the joyfulness. We want the happiness. We want to have great connections with the people around us. We want to be productive. We want to be positive members in our society, right? And really, by practicing gratitude, that is how we make social change, because when we practice gratitude, it is contagious. The results are contagious, and the actions of practicing gratitude are contagious. So I wanted to share this with you today because it was by no mistake that I woke up this morning, go outside, I grab my keys, go outside, and my car is not in my parking spot. So I almost had a heart attack. I had to stop and breathe, and I looked at my roommate and I said, my car's not here. And he goes, what do you mean? I'm like, my car's not here. So, was it stolen? Has it been repoed? Was it towed? All of these things went through my mind. Well, it wasn't stolen. It wasn't repoed. My car had been towed because I had 2 magnets on my car that said go from grumpy to grateful. Now, I will be responsible and say that I shouldn't have had them on the car. There's no commercial vehicles allowed overnight. But that was not setting right with me. So I was a little pissed today, to be quite honest with you. And I'm sharing this with you because I had to practice really what I preach. I had to step back for a second. I had to take a deep breath. I called some people because I really just wanted to complain for a few minutes, and I let it out. And I needed some time to to deal with it because I wasn't expecting to have to dish out the money. I wasn't expecting to have to miss yoga this morning. I wasn't expecting all of these things that transpired because I woke up, I went outside, and there was no car. But in spite of all of that, I was still able to tap in to gratitude. Now, I'm not saying I wasn't bitchy because I was bitchy. And I'm not saying I wasn't upset because I was upset. But the second the police called me back and said, okay, ma'am, your car has been towed, the first thing that I did was I had a sigh of relief. Thank God my car wasn't stolen because my car has my product in it. Thank God my car wasn't stolen because I knew I could get it back. I knew that I would get it back in one piece, that even if it was stolen and I got it back, there could be a whole plethora of problems. So I got it back in one piece. I had somebody here that could take me to go pick up my car. I had the money to pay for the car. So even though I was pissed, because I was, there were still all of these things that I was able to find gratitude in. Fast forward, and I'm still stewing in my stuff. Fast forward a little bit. I spoke to somebody. I had plans for tomorrow that I was really looking forward to, and they fell through. And I started to create all these stories in my head. And the reason I share this with you is because it's a gratitude practice, not a gratitude perfect. And as fast as I was in my stuff, stewing, I was able to pull myself out of it very quickly because of my gratitude practice. Like, there were, quite honestly, if I could have, let me say it like this. I had the desire to throw something at somebody. However, I would never do that, number one. And number two, just the idea of it is almost humorous. But the purpose, again, of sharing this is that I, too, am human. And I go through these things and I'm thinking to myself, of all days for this to happen, of all days for my car to get towed, for, my plans that I was really looking forward to for tomorrow to fall through, of all days for it to happen, it happened on the anniversary of living in gratitude today. And I thought that was pretty incredible, and pretty poignant because we get to choose, how we react to things. And again, I tell you, I'm human because I did want to throw something at somebody, but that's not the way a gratitude gangster behaves, right? A gratitude gangster is somebody who is skilled in the art of appreciation, who lives life to the fullest, and who finds magics in life's challenges. And that's really what I was able to do today. I was able to find magic in life's challenges by seeing the good stuff, even though it was kind of a kind of day. So I wanted to leave you with that because at the end of the day, we have the power to choose how we want to live. We have the power to choose whether we're going to be very angry all the time or learn to kind of let things go. And it took me some time today. I really needed to kind of, be in my space. But I can tell you now that I can breathe. I'm going to go to the beach and just kind of release the rest of it and enjoy the full moon and listen to a trashy novel and give myself permission to just kind of be, celebrate living in gratitude today. So I wanted to jump on and tell you that it is our anniversary and that on this day, I was challenged like nobody's business. So I hope that you're having a magical Living in Gratitude Today anniversary, 11/11/19. It is also Veterans Day. So we want to say thank you to our veterans. We are standing in gratitude for you and, for what you do. And I hope you have a great rest of the week. Love you guys.